Tantra! Welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is supposed to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode. So if you're new to this channel is all about asexuality, which is a sexual orientation. It's a lack of sexual attraction. I cover asexual life, love, dating, and relationships. I'm the author of this Asexual Perspectives book out on Amazon. So yes, a sexless relationship is just as important and valuable as one with sex in it. So there seems to be a lot of confusion over sexless relationships and ones with sex in it. The ones with sex in it are more valuable, more important, and you're only in a relationship if you're having sex in it. But this is completely ludicrous because the only people who should be defining the relationship are the people actually in the relationship, not bystanders, not onlookers, not people trying to judge. It's none of their business at the end of the day. The only person's business it is the people in it. Right? But just as people are proud to have lots of sex in relationships, people should be proud to have no sex in relationships because both of them are just as valuable. One is not more important than the other. In fact, from an asexual point of view, a person who lacks sexual attraction, I would argue that love without sex is the most purest form of love you can ever get. And therefore, to me personally, it's more beautiful. When we leave this planet, when we die, you know, if you believe in reincarnation and afterlife, our spirit lives on, not our body, right? So it's more important to love the spirit and soul of the actual person that you do in fact love, because that will last forever and ever and ever. Whereas the physical body will just disintegrate and change into another form in another life, you know? So do understand that, you know, that it's kind of logical that just because you're not having sex doesn't mean to say you don't love the person, right? Even in heterosexual relationships, there's going to be hours and days and times when you're not having sex with your partner. Does it mean to say you love them any less? No, I don't think so, right? Because love is separate to sex. Love is a feeling within the soul and with the heart, and it's when two beautiful hearts connect as one without any barriers in between. So they're being completely honest and open with each other, and they're completely loving each other and seeing each other's hearts and souls like face to face, heart to heart, if you like. This is pure, true love, right? Not genitalia. Genitalia isn't love, right? It's just something that people mix up sometimes because they want to, they think it's fun and they enjoy it, but that is not love. Love is a bond between two people. It's usually a deep emotional bond between two people. It's actually got nothing really to do with the physical, right? But you can have physical chemistry with a person, so you can have the feelings of excitedness, elatedness, orgasmic feelings. You can have, like, you know, a lot of high octane feelings because of all the chemicals it's releasing in your body, such as hormones, oxytocin, dopamine, all these type of feel good chemicals. But obviously some asexuals who are sex repulsed like me do not feel good with having sex, so we would get those chemicals released some other way. It might just be a cuddle to us, it might be a kiss, it might be a hug, it might just be a shoulder stroke, or it might be words of affirmation, words of praise that make us feel really good and that give us those dopamine excitement hits, you know? So there's lots of ways people have chemistry. People just focus on the physical a lot of the time, but they don't focus so much on the other stuff. And like I said, chemistry can be like words of affirmation, because if you're saying beautiful words to the person and the words mean a lot to the person will like listen to the sound of the words. And the person will take the words into their soul, into their heart, and into their molecular structure, if you're scientific, you know. So words can mean such a lot. We can get chemistry from the words we utter to someone or ourselves. We can get chemistry from, you know, a deep emotional attachment. There's usually kind of some hormonal stuff going off there, some chemicals released in the body. Maybe not always good chemicals if your partner is not on the same wavelengths as you, right? And this is how we can come to know that love isn't just about the physical. It isn't just about the sex, because unless you can emotionally connect on a deep level, right, you're going to have a rocky road ahead, right? In order to have a deep healthy, loving, committed relationship, you need two people to want to be in the relationship equally, two people to love each other equally, two people to share their secrets with each other. That is true intimacy. Secret sharing and opening up your heart and truly telling the story of your life, the good and the bad, and really revealing who you are as a person, right? Not as a commodity, as a body that can have sex, but as a real, genuine person, right? The world needs more love in it right now, and it needs genuine love. It doesn't need more and more sex, right? Anyone can get sex. It's not difficult, right? Right, but true love is really hard to come by these days, right? That's why there's so many divorce rates as well, you know, and because of a lack of communication, you know, deceit and lies and all this lot. But it can be simple as sharing household bills. Like, a lot of people argue over money. When they've done studies in the past, it's usually been communication and money issues that have split people up more than a lack of sex or having affairs, I believe. So that's very, very interesting, isn't it? So there's got to be more to the relationship than sex, and there's got to be other focus, right? But a sexless relationship is really important and valuable, right? When I'm on Facebook dating, it feels like, you know, like, oh, I'll just go and have sex with loads of people, I'll just have you as well. It's like, no, I'm valuable. Just because I don't have sex doesn't mean to say I'm not worthy of love or an actual monogamous relationship. I damn well am, right? And you are too. If you're a sex repulsed asexual, you are worthy of love without sex. Thank you for the thumbs up. Right? You are worthy with love without sex. You are worthy of being loved for who you are in your essence, in your uniqueness, in your being, right? You know, so don't accept second best. Don't think that you have to be with a sexual person because no one else is going to want you because you're asexual. It's much better to be single than have that type of person in your life. And there are going to be people out there that can love you without sex. They might be really difficult to find, but there are thousands of people around the globe. And we shouldn't lose hope and despair just because we haven't met our preferred, you know, partner yet, right? But just be bold and brave and know that you're worthy of love. You're worthy of being loved in the way that you want to be loved, right? So if you like kisses and lots of them, you're worthy of lots of kisses. If you like cuddles, you're worthy of lots of cuddles. If you like public displays of affection, you're worth public displays of affection. If you like talking about movies and music, you're worth having someone in your life that will talk about the shared interests, that will pique your interests, so your life together won't be boring. You deserve to have as much excitement in the sexless sense in a relationship than you do if someone likes sex, right? Because there are lots of exciting things. Like, I get excited if a guy talks about website design, if he talks about his projects to me, if he's being creative or he's studying, because I'm deeply fascinated by personal, professional and self-development. So if I know a guy's personally, professionally and self-developing himself, if you like, then it really, really asexually turns me on, as in I get attracted to it without any sexual attraction. And I really want to know more about that person. I really connect with them on a fundamental level. I like talking about business. Business excites me. Entrepreneurship excites me. So when a guy starts talking to me about business, I feel more intimacy with him because it's something I'm genuinely interested in and I adore. Right? If a guy buys me a cuddly toy, you know, that's wow, that's really cute and cuddly and fluffy, and it wins my heart, right? Not a piece of sexy lingerie. I'm not interested in that. I'm a white pants girl, right? Or black pants girl. But you know, I just love cuddly toys. I love talking till the early hours of the morning. I love lots of different things, and asexuals can get excited about a ton of things in a relationship that doesn't have anything to do with sex. So just because you have a sexless relationship doesn't mean to say it's not fun and it's not exciting. You know, there's quite a lot of sexuals and they're like, oh, where's the fun in that? You know, if you're not having sex, you can have so much fun together, right? My ideal type of relationship would be where we go out together and we go on day trips, like to theme parks, zoos, aquariums, out for meals, to the cinema. We spend time walking together. We spend time kissing and cuddling and all that type of thing. To me, all that's really exciting, right? And if a guy is developing and growing himself, that's really important. That's exciting to me. I want to be part of that, right? And you have got so much to offer as an asexual person, right? I know a lot of asexuals, they're very creative, they're very project driven, they're very into lots of different types of things like baking and photography and traveling and, you know, like just generally meeting up with friends and, you know, spending time together. All those qualities are valuable qualities, especially when there's lots of people these days that are just coming home and watching TV and not even trying to do things creative with their life, right? You have got a lot of special qualities to offer someone, right? You're intelligent, you're creative, if you are, which a lot of people are who are asexual, you know, and you've got lots to offer the world. Even if you like gaming, right, and you love it, it's your passion. If you find another gamer, just imagine the fun you're going to have with all those different games, different levels, cheats, glitches, trying to beat each other or trying to just play against other people as a couple, right? The world is your oyster and all different types of relationships are valid. I want to stop this stereotypical you've got to have sex in a relationship. There's just conditioning since birth over a lot of years, and it really needs to stop. People need to wake up to the fact that people can have different types of relationships these days. It's the 21st century we live in, and I feel like it's like still plug in the dark ages, right? A sexless relationship is just as valuable and important as one with sex in it, right? Because sex doesn't define your value, or it shouldn't. And if sexuals define their value and their worth by sex, what does that say when they're not having sex with their partner, when their partner's too tired, when their partner maybe has a disability and can't have sex anymore with them, or maybe has an accident, or maybe they have an accident and they're like, oh, my partner doesn't love me anymore because I can't have sex because I've had an accident, right? An asexual person who doesn't need sex is going to be able to love that person without sex. So if they have an accident, if they have an illness and they can't have sex for any reason, they can still get pure love without sex. And that is damn well worth something, you know, especially when this world and society is so sex obsessed. Right, to find someone like that is a golden gem. I have fibromyalgia, as you know, and a lot of people with fibromyalgia cannot have sex because it's very, very painful, right? But you know, when some people say to me about asexuals, you know, you're going to find it hard to get a relationship without sex, and they kind of insinuate and imply that just because I'm asexual, I don't deserve love, or I don't deserve a loving, caring, committed relationship, and like, I got someone on Facebook dating going, oh, you're on the wrong site. It's like, no, at the end of the day, there are plenty of people with disabilities. Asexuality is not a disability, but there are plenty of people with disabilities who cannot have sex. Are you telling me that they don't deserve the love and the care and a serious committed relationship just because they can't have sex? No. So we need to change this as a society and open up to the fact that people can have sexless relationships and they are still as important and as valuable as those who are having sex, right? Because it's a person that's valuable, not their body to be used as a commodity, right? It's their persona, it's their beautiful, beautiful spirit, their uniqueness that only they can possess because it's just for them. Everyone in the world is beautiful and special in their own right, and they deserve the love, care, and commitment that they actually want. Just because someone's asexual doesn't mean to say they don't deserve commitment. I absolutely hate it when I have heterosexual guys trying to get me into a dating or relationship scenario while trying to have sex with other women. That is disgusting. I'd rather stay on my own for the rest of my life than have any guy do that to me. You know, that's basically saying, oh, all your worth is this, but, you know, I'll go and have my bit on the side. You know, it's disgusting, right? I deserve as much commitment, love, and care as just as a heterosexual person does. And I deserve it in the way that I need it and want it for me, you know? I am a person that does like lots of PDA, like, which is, you know, like basically public kissing and public displays of affection, holding hands, kissing and cuddling, right? And I deserve that just as much as someone who doesn't like that, you know? Everyone's different, right? And we all deserve to have love and give love and receive love. And, you know, as we are in our own right, we always have value in this world. And I think if people valued each other more and saw the value in people, the world would be a better place, right? I come across guys who some guys, they really don't treat me well. And then when I've left their life, they're like, my God, you know, I know what I'm missing now. But why does it take to get to that level of actually someone walking out in your life for you to realise what you're missing, right? You should value the person in front of you. And if you don't, you should leave their life, because you're not worth being in their life if you do not value the person in front of you, if they're a nice, kind, caring person, right? And so please understand that we should not be valuing relationships by how much sex we are or are not having. The value of our relationship should be the value we put in and on the people who are in the relationship, their personality, their soul, their mind, their spirit, you know, regardless of the body, right? This should always be the foundation. Bestest ever friendship should be the foundation of any healthy relationship, right? People can live without sex, but they can't live without understanding, communication in a healthy relationship. They cannot live without being bestest friends in a really healthy relationship. If you're not bestest friends with the person you're in a relationship with, then I would take a look at the relationship, right? Because they should be a friend to you. They should be a very good friend, at least. Because if you're gonna spend the rest of your life together, if you're in a serious, committed, long-term relationship, you want them to be your friend. You want them to be like a soulmate of yours. You want them to, if you believe in soulmates, great. If you don't, that's fine. But you want them to be at least your best friend, right? You know, you want someone who you can spend quality time with day in, day out and not get bored of each other or fed up with each other. Although apparently quite a lot of couples still get bored and fed up with each other years down the line, which, you know, then you have to have excellent communication in order to talk about it and discuss it and see how to move forward to make it more exciting together as a couple. But that's not about sex. That's about communication. That's about talking to each other and about having experiences together and creating and growing and having relationship goals with each other. You know, I'm coming across so many people who've don't even know what they want to do with a relationship. It's like, oh, I'm on a dating site, but I don't know what I want to do with a relationship. I don't know what my relationship goals are. I don't know what I'm doing in the next 1, 2, 3 years or even the next week. You know, this is not good, people. If you do not know what you want in a relationship, do not go looking for a relationship, right? Because it's going to end in disaster, right? You need to have relationship goals just like you need life goals. You need something to work towards, right? If someone was to land on your doorstep tomorrow and they looked maybe aesthetically the best person for you, but you weren't even sure about what you're doing with your life, you can't even say to the person, this is how my ideal relationship would look like. This is what I want on a day-to-day basis. This is ideally where we're going. Like, do you want to live together? Do you want to get married? Do you want kids? All that type of thing. Or do you just want to move to live near each other, living part together relationship? That's always my favorite. You know, you've got to work out all this. Relationship's not, or shouldn't be, about sex. It should be about all the other things. And if people want sex, who like sex, that should be on top of the foundation of a good, healthy, caring, committed friendship relationship, you know? This is where society's got it backwards, and this is why there's so many people getting divorced. If you were with your best friend and you love them implicitly and you love their personality, their soul, and their spirit and their mind, you wouldn't really want to split up with them, because you'd be like, oh my God, I really value that person so much. First and foremost, it'd be a lot harder for you to break up with them, right? And at the end of the day, some people do grow older and they do actually stop, not because they're asexual, but they just stop wanting sex, or they want less of it, or they realize it's not as important in their life, right? But what's important is the person who's there for you in the good times and bads. What's important for you is a person that loves you for who you are. What's important is a person who cares about you, who understands you, who's going to be there for you. And some people will learn this lesson in life very, very late on, and they cock up their relationships or dating scenarios with other people, and it's too late, and then they're actually still in love with a person from years ago that they couldn't keep because they weren't ready for the relationship, because they valued sex or some other superficial thing over true, pure love relationship, right? So always please remember that asexual relationships, sexless relationships, are just as valuable and important as those with sex in it. Just as important and valuable. And asexuals deserve to have the love in the way that they want it, just as much as sexuals do. I hope you found this video useful, helpful, insightful today. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone you think may need to hear this right now. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live right now, post a new video. Thank you for watching. So much love to you. So much love right now. I'll see you soon on the next video. Take care. See you soon on the next live stream. Bye. Lots of love.